So you've seen the benchmarks and all that good stuff on the Sapphire Radeon RX 6700 XT gaming card, but benchmarks don't always translate into games. So in this video, I'm going to show you how the Sapphire Radeon NITRO RX 6700 XT gaming performs in games. I'm going to show you how it performs in Fortnite, Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So let me stop talking. Let's get into the game real quick. And let me put the side panel on the system because we're going to see some temps as well. Alright, so I do want to mention I am using the Radeon software to do the recording. I'm not using the hardware encoder.
Daddy, which one you want?
Look at those frame rates. Look at the beautiful graphics. So we're playing right now at 4K, and I'll show you that in a second. Another thing I want you to notice, so I am actually recording using the Radeon software, which always takes a bigger hit on the card than if I were to actually record utilizing a hardware capture card. Usually that's what I record with. So, and let me show you in 1 second over here. Alright, so coming over here into settings, graphics, DX11, 4K, and so I can show you 120 Hertz, FXAA on, MSAA off. That takes the biggest hit on the card, and everything set to very high, only MSAA turned off. And motion blurring completely turned off because that's kind of pointless. Advanced graphics, I didn't change anything. I just, oh, wait a minute. Now I'm going to change something. So everything on here, and let me go ahead and select it. Okay, so that was already enabled actually, since it didn't ask me for anything. So we can see we've gone anywhere from, I guess, the 70s up to the 90s. Paying attention to the game, but you can see, again, it looks beautiful. We're playing at 4K. Most things on very high. And, you know, the temps, we're, what, at the 60s? So, doing great. The side panel is on. I have listed the system specs down in the description below if you want to check them out. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump on to the next game real quick. Alright, so now we're playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Unfortunately, when I was playing a few seconds ago, it was daylight. Now it's nighttime, so unfortunately I can't show you how beautiful the graphics look. Although you can see the reflections and the mud, and oh, it's raining. Look at that. Damn, I've never seen the rain. Looks pretty nice here. And we're well above. We're in the, whoa, I didn't see that there. We're in the, whoa, I didn't see that there. We're in the 60s. Is he following me? All right, let me, while we're there, let me go ahead and show you the settings real quick. We are playing at 4K, 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hertz. Let's come down here. I had to drop the preset quality a little bit. We're not on a 6800, we're on a 6700 high, so it's kind of a hodgepodge of settings here, but I went only by these preset settings. Now there's individual things that you can turn on, turn off as you like, that of course are going to affect performance. MSAA, I just saw it here, I didn't see it before, is off, but we can see we are on the Vulkan API, which is an amazing API. So, just wanted to show you all that there. Alright, so just a few more seconds of gameplay over here. And I would have loved to have shown you in the daylight. But look how awesome those things look. And then now we can see some lighting. And let's see, do we see? And we see the reflections. Beautiful. See if I get eaten by a crocodile. Nope, didn't get it. I takes it easy on your system a little bit, but again, we're at 4K 120 hertz, and you can see just how beautiful it looks. Let's come over here. It looks like there's some light. Whoa, what was that? Oh, I thought I got harpooned or something. There we go. There's some light over here. Alright, so now we can see, look at that, just shining off the mud and everything. It looks beautiful. 63 degrees, not bad at all. CPU is at 46, liquid cooled by the Arctic Freezer 2 280. Again, system specs down in the links below. Let's come out over here. Look at the rays. That looks awesome. Alright, so let's jump off to the next. Fortnite. Alright, so now that we're in a spot here where we're not going to get killed, full screen, 3840 by 2160, unlimited frame rate, high, everything set to high, DX11. I had to turn ray tracing off, as I mentioned before. It didn't go so well, especially at 4K. Now, mind you, you may not be playing at 4K, but the fact that we're getting 195 frames per second, 211 frames per second, 59 degrees. Everything here, it is playing amazing. And I purposely went away from the gunfires just so I can show you the graphics and just how beautiful it is. And now into some gunfire. But anyway, you saw just how good it played. Graphics were beautiful. Temperature was amazing. We had incredibly high frame rates, which is exactly what you want on a fast-paced game like Fortnite. You don't want the average 60 frames per second. You want it as fast as you can get it. I have a 120 hertz monitor. So that's why maybe you saw a few little skips every now and then. 120 hertz is the highest you're going to get, or 120 frames per second. After that, it will go faster, but you're going to capture like every other or every third frame. So you'll still be smooth, but not as smooth as 120 hertz. So anyway, let's move on to the next game. All right, so Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
What do you think built all this?
It could have been the Inca. They knew a lot about hydraulics.
We're in the 60s right now. I did try to enable ray tracing on this,
Bridge is down.
but no,
Maybe we could lift it with those counterweights.
it wasn't having any of that. So by the way, I'm recording on the ReLive software, which utilizes the video card a lot more than if I were to use a separate external capture card. So that is actually affecting performance by maybe 1%. ReLive is pretty awesome.
If I had known how much time I'd spend in the wilderness,
It's too heavy.
Come on.
Give me a hand.
But look how beautiful the graphics look. And in 1 sec, as soon as I cross this bridge,
the water's filling the bucket.
I'm going to show you real
Let's see
quick
what those counterweights
what settings
do.
I have set.
The bucket's leaking.
Oh, anyway, let me go ahead and show you the settings here. 3840 by 2160 DX12. AMD Fidelity FX CAS, 120 hertz here. TAA graphics high. I tried very high, but it went like in the 50s or something. And then again, I tried ray trace shadow quality, but that just dipped way too low. So with the high preset at 4K, we're getting 60 something frames per second, playing beautifully and looking beautifully. So at 2K for sure. And what I'll do real quick, all right, so now we're at 2K. We have ray tracing enabled. Let's see right over here. We are set to high. With the custom before we set it it was high as well, as you saw before. So looks pretty nice here. And then coming over here just to show you, 2560 by 1440, 120 hertz. So everything is just the same. And let's go ahead and try to push this one more time. It's pretty impressive though how 4K could change it, because I feel like it looked much better at
Okay, Jonah, you can let go.
at 4K without the ray tracing. Interesting. Mind you, this looks great as well. The other one just looked that much better. Anyway, let's jump on to the next game.
Guess we go through here.
After you.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone. Alright, since we are in the warm-ups, let me go ahead and show you the settings real quick. We are at 120 hertz. Where'd the resolution go? Oh, 3840 by 2160, advanced, 3840 by 2160. We have everything set to normal, few things. Oh, look at that. Can't even unlock. Oh, that's streaming. Everything set to high, extra. Everything set up, and you know, it looks beautiful. We're playing in the 70s and the 80s, and right now we're in the practice. And just remember, I'm not playing for score here. I'm just playing to show you guys, because I just got killed. Playing to show you guys how well it performs. And now we're about to jump into the game. Oh, I thought that was a house.
Targets are up. Get to
Alright,
work.
so in the 70s, temperature is 59 degrees. I've already shown you the resolution. Not going to take my eye off the game. Usually they're up here. Ah! Told you not to look at the quality of my gameplay. Just showing you it as an example. So, Sapphire Radeon NITRO RX 6700 XT gaming card. It's a pretty awesome card. Mind you, not as expensive as the 6800. So you're going to expect that the performance is going to be a little bit lower. But honestly, with that gameplay, that's pretty awesome. A lot of you have systems that are going to be much higher end than mine. Some of you are going to be a little lower end. So, of course, expect that kind of performance to differ based on your system. All in all, I'm incredibly happy with the performance of the 6700. I'd love to tell you a price, but we're not going to see regular prices anytime soon. So if you can get something for around, I guess, under $1,000, you're doing great. Hopefully under $800. I don't know what to tell you right now. MSRPs are through the roof, and well, everything's crazy right now. Good luck if you can find them as well. Unfortunately, this guy I have to return, so I don't even get to keep it myself. And of course, as I mentioned, the side panel is on, but could easily take it off. And this is the bad boy you saw running. Look how beautiful she looks. That RGB is controlled with that cable right down here into the motherboard, utilizing Asus's Armory crate, and of course Sapphire Tricks allowing it to use it. In this video here, you'll see where I show you how to set all that up. 6700 XT from Sapphire. They did an amazing job. You saw it in 5 different games, either at 2K or most of the games at 4K, 60 frames per second and above. It did awesome. Temperatures were also amazing as well inside of this case. As I mentioned, I do have a list of my system specs, components and everything down in the description below. Please, as always, do click like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. That way I can keep bringing you bigger and better reviews. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. If you've been here before, you already know, but if you're new, just know I reply to every question, comment, or concern down below. So any questions, just leave them there. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Again, this video is to show you the gaming performance of the Sapphire Radeon NITRO RX 6700 XT. Yeah, see you guys.